My man Josh Adams is back. Dallas still stinks. Yo everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat here. So the Eagles are busy claiming guys off waivers, getting the practice squad together. It's a beautiful thing. They're getting ready to double moonwalk Atlanta's ass, and I cannot wait. Now, before I get into some Eagles news and notes today, I want to talk about a question that I've had 3 times this morning, so I'm just going to address it now. People have asked me, am I putting out division predictions for this upcoming season? And my answer is yes. I'm actually working on an NFC North, AFC North right now, and that will be up either tonight or tomorrow. And then the rest of the week, I'm going to put out at least one AFC, one NFC division every day, and then go through the whole thing. Hopefully, it'll be all wrapped up by Thursday, Friday at the latest. But AFC, NFC North will be the first one, and I'm working on it right now. So, Doug Pederson, he had a press conference today. He was pissed off. He was pissed. He was pissed at the media. He said they put words in his mouth about who's starting, and he wasn't happy. Now, he may be going with Foles, and he may be mad because they're telling the Atlanta Falcons it's going to be Foles. Totally get it. But also, this could be all smokescreen. This could be all smokescreen with the Foles starting. Then he's going to say this. Then they're going to say it's leaning towards wins. They're going to try to throw the Atlanta Falcons off any way they can. So we're going to just have to wait and see how this plays out. I'm still personally leaning from that report that Foles will start. I think that's probably going to happen. I'll lose my bet on Thursday when it happens. But he was not happy. He was not happy at all. No way, no how. Now, some other people have asked me, do the Eagles go out and sign Martavis Bryant? Now, I like Martavis Bryant in terms of talent. I did videos talking about the Eagles trying to go after him early in the offseason. But apparently, he is appealing another suspension for drugs. He's appealing another suspension for drugs, and he already missed a whole year from his last suspension. So I have to stay far away from him at this point. If he's already suspended again, I don't want anything to do with him. I love the talent, I love the player, his ability, but I can't be bringing a guy that's going to be suspended for another year or even more. So my answer to him is no, I would not bring him in. Now, another guy that I've been asked about if we should sign is Corey Coleman. Corey Coleman was released by the Buffalo Bills after being traded from Cleveland to Buffalo. He was cut. My thoughts on him are this. Now, I think he's very talented. I like him in terms of his physical ability, but I'm basically neutral either way. If they want to bring him in, fine. I understand why. If they don't, I'm fine. I mean, me personally, I kind of lean towards not, because I rather develop Shelton Gibson, develop DeAndre Carter. I like these guys. I think they earned the spot, so I would keep them. And so, in the end, if they signed him, great. But me, if you had put a gun to my head, basically, I would say no, don't sign him. There's got to be a reason why he's not holding up with any of these teams. Now, the other guy that I may think about bringing in and trying to put on my practice squad if I can is Paxton Lynch. He was cut by the Denver Broncos, and I think he would be a great developmental quarterback for Doug Pederson. Doug likes to develop the quarterbacks. Let him develop Paxton Lynch, then maybe we could trade him at some point. We know he has physical ability, and I would definitely consider that. Well, you know Howie Roseman, Joe Douglas, you know they're looking to make moves and bring in better players right now, working that waiver wire, even though they have the last priority being Super Bowl champions. And you know what? It paid off, because the Eagles have claimed off waivers D.J. Alexander, the linebacker that was cut by the Seattle Seahawks. Now, the thing with this guy is he's primarily known for special teams. He's primarily a special teams player, and he's a good one, okay? He was drafted in 2015 by the Kansas City Chiefs, In 2016, he was a Pro Bowl special teamer. Okay, he was on the Pro Bowl for special teams. He's 6'2", 233 pounds, and then last year with the Seattle Seahawks, he was tied in second in tackles for special teams. So this guy is a good special teams player. It gives us depth there, and I love this move a lot, especially because they cut Joe Walker to make room for him, who I wasn't really that high on, and my fear would be that Leroy Reynolds would get cut before Joe Walker, but that's not going to happen. Walker is gone, DJ Alexander is in, and this is definitely going to shore up our special teams, which is always a good thing. So one thing I was really excited about today was the fact that Josh Adams is returning to the Eagles on the practice squad. That's right, they're bringing him back to the practice squad. I was really concerned he would never make it through waivers and we would lose him. Turns out he did. The Eagles must have had a good idea that was going to happen, and he's back on the roster. Now, the Eagles have released their 10-player practice squad, so we're going to go over that right now. I'm going to tell you what I think of it and one guy that I'm concerned or I would wish to see on this. So the first guy that has made it, obviously, I've already talked about, is Josh Adams. Josh Adams is back on this practice squad. I'm very excited about this. Other guys are Billy Brown, wide receiver Rashard Davis, Greg Ward Jr., center John Toth, defensive end Joe Osman, defensive tackle Winston Craig, linebacker Asante Brown, cornerback Chandon Sullivan, and cornerback Devontae Bosby. Now, there were reports or people were talking earlier in the week that Bosby didn't have any practice squad eligibility left. I had even said this based upon what I had heard. Turns out I don't think that's true. Obviously, he's back, so he must be fine to go. One guy that is not on there that kind of bothers me a little bit is Jeremy Reeves. I really like Jeremy Reeves. I think he has talent, and I would have liked to see him come back on the practice squad. I don't know why he didn't, but I don't think the Eagles have any safeties on the practice squad. So that's pretty interesting, and I wonder if they're still going to shuffle this around before it's all said and done. Another guy that didn't come back, and I'm not surprised, was Donnell Pumphrey. He didn't come back, didn't bring him back on the practice squad, and I'm not really surprised. I mean, guy looked the first year in preseason like a deer in headlights, and then then this year, he was hurt all preseason. When you don't play, how can you make a team? And I think the Eagles probably have seen enough with him. So another interesting note is Christian Stinkenberg. I think he lands on the Bengals practice squad, and we'll see if there's any other moves or if they change this around a little bit. But so far, that's what the Eagles practice squad looks like. Hey, season's just around the corner. I'm so excited. I'm glad Josh Adams is back. I'm glad Devontae Bosby is back. Let those two guys have another year. They were real close to making this roster to begin with. Let's see what they can do. So that's pretty much it for the Eagles news today so far, at least. I'm going to get going. Going to go finish my NFC North, AFC North predictions. And hey, you guys have a great day. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.